Gentlemen, if I told you there are 3 pleasure switches in a woman's body that she simply cannot resist, how would that change your relationship with your partner? After more than 25 years working with couples here in Singapore, I've discovered that most men are missing out on something so simple yet so powerful. I'm Dr. Michelle Ong, and today I'm going to share with you 3 scientifically proven pleasure points that can transform your connection with your wife or partner, especially for those of you in your golden years. You know what? Many of you have been telling me the same thing lah. You try and try, but somehow your partner doesn't respond like before. You do the same things, but the spark seems gone. Let me tell you something. It's not your fault. Our society is full of wrong information about what women really want. The magazines, the movies, they all get it wrong. But don't worry, I'm here to help you understand the real science behind female pleasure, combined with my 25 years of clinical experience right here in Singapore. Before we dive in, let me address something important. Why do so many men misunderstand what women want? It's simple. Women's pleasure is not like men's. It's more complex. According to research from American universities, about 70% of women said they only feel true pleasure when there's deep trust and emotional connection with their partner. It's not just about the physical touch, you see, it's about the whole package. Your words, your attitude, the atmosphere you create. I've seen this so many times in my clinic at Mount Elizabeth. Couples come in, been married 30, 40 years, and the husband tells me, "Doctor, I don't know what happened. We used to be so close." And when I talk to the wife, she says the same thing. She wants that connection back, but she doesn't know how to ask for it. Here's the thing, female pleasure involves brain chemistry. When a woman feels loved and safe, her brain releases dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin. These are happiness hormones that make everything feel better. But if she's stressed or uncomfortable, doesn't matter what technique you use, it won't work. That's why atmosphere and emotional connection are so important. Now let me reveal the first pleasure switch that most men completely overlook. The ears. Yes, you heard me right. Not just for hearing, but for creating intimacy. Let me explain why this is so powerful. The ear is directly connected to the emotional center of the brain. Research from University of California showed that when a woman hears gentle words whispered near her ear, her brain releases massive amounts of dopamine and oxytocin. This means that before you even touch her physically, you can already activate her pleasure response just through sound and words. Here's how to do it properly. First, tone matters. Don't suddenly speak loudly or roughly near her ear. Women respond better to a lower, softer tone. Speak slowly, make your voice gentle. Try saying something like, "You look lovely today," or "Your smile always makes me happy." These simple words, when said sincerely near her ear, can touch her heart more than any expensive gift. Second, the physical touch. During conversation, you can gently breathe near her ear. Not too strong, just soft and warm. Then very lightly touch her earlobe with your fingertips. If she smiles or leans into you, that's a good sign. The switch is activating. Let me share a real case. Mrs. Tan, 68 years old, came to see me with her husband. They'd been married 40 years but felt like strangers. I taught Mr. Tan this ear technique. One evening while watching TV together at their Bishan flat, he gently whispered, "Thank you for everything you do. I'm so blessed to have you," while softly touching her ear. Mrs. Tan told me later she cried. It was the most connected she'd felt in years. But be careful, there are wrong ways to do this. Don't suddenly touch her ear roughly. Don't blow air too hard. Pay attention to her reaction. If she pulls away, stop immediately and try again another time when she's more relaxed. Now, the second pleasure switch, the nape of the neck, especially from the base of the skull down to the collarbone. In Asian culture, we've always known the neck is special, right? Our grandmothers used to say a woman's neck shows her grace. But modern science proves there's more to it. The neck area has very thin skin with concentrated nerve endings. Even gentle touch or warm breath triggers strong responses. Harvard University research found that when you gently stroke a woman's neck, her oxytocin levels increase significantly. This hormone creates feelings of trust and bonding. It literally brings 2 hearts closer together. Mrs. Lim, a 60-year-old patient of mine from Katong, shared this with me. She said when her husband first touched her neck gently during one of their evening walks at East Coast Park, she felt a flutter she hadn't felt in decades. She told me, "Doctor, I felt both excited and safe at the same time. My whole body just relaxed." Here's the proper technique. Like first, pressure is everything. Don't press hard or grab suddenly. Use your fingertips or palm, stroke very lightly like a feather. Sometimes gently brushing her hair aside adds to the intimacy. The timing matters too. When she's relaxed, maybe after a nice dinner or during a quiet moment at home, that's when you gently place your hand on her neck. You can also try gentle kisses along the neckline. Move slowly from just below the ear down toward the collarbone. This creates another level of connection. From a psychology perspective, touching the neck is non-verbal communication that shows deep affection. But here's what you must remember. Some women are very sensitive in this area, or they might feel self-conscious about their neck. So observe her expression carefully. If she tenses up, slow down or stop. Never force it. Respect is the foundation of pleasure. Now we come to the third and most powerful pleasure switch, the inner thighs. Many men don't realize this area is so significant, but I'm telling you, this is what many women secretly wish their partners would pay attention to. Why is the inner thigh so special? The skin there is among the thinnest on the entire body, with countless nerve endings. Even the slightest touch sends signals throughout her whole body. Plus, it's located close to more intimate areas, so it creates anticipation. This anticipation actually increases dopamine in the brain, making her feel both secure and excited. Stanford University research confirmed that touching the inner thigh strongly stimulates dopamine production in women's brains. This creates a unique combination of comfort and arousal that touches her heart deeply. But listen carefully. The approach is crucial. You cannot just suddenly put your hand on her inner thigh, okay? First, build emotional closeness through conversation and other gentle touches. Then gradually, when the mood is right, you can lightly trace your fingers along the inner thigh. Don't press hard, use just your fingertips, moving very slowly and gently. Also, warm your hands first. Cold hands will break the mood immediately. Let me tell you about Mr. and Mrs. Wong, both in their late 60s, living in a nice condo in Tampines. After 35 years of marriage, they felt their relationship had become routine. One day, Mr. Wong tried what I taught him. During a quiet evening, after complimenting his wife on how nice she looked, he gently placed his hand on her inner thigh while they were sitting on the sofa. Mrs. Wong later told me she felt a warmth spread through her entire body. She said, I suddenly wanted to be closer to him again, like when we were young. The inner thigh combines safety and anticipation. That's why you must pay attention to her breathing, her facial expression, her body language. If she catches her breath slightly or smiles, the pleasure switch is working. But if she looks uncomfortable or pulls back, stop immediately. Trust is built by respecting boundaries. Practical tip. While touching her inner thigh, say something appreciative like, your skin is so soft, or you're still as beautiful as the day we met. The combination of words and touch is more powerful than you imagine. Now let me explain something very important about how all of this works together. Female pleasure isn't just about physical sensation, it's about the brain, the heart, and the body working together. When a woman feels truly loved, respected, and safe, her brain chemistry changes. Dopamine creates excitement, serotonin brings calmness, and oxytocin builds trust. When these three hormones work together, even the smallest touch feels incredibly good. Research from the Japan Sexology Association found that when multiple senses are stimulated at once, touch, hearing, sight, women's pleasure response is maximized. This means using the three switches I taught you, plus kind words and genuine affection, creates the strongest effect. Here's what many men don't understand. Women are much more affected by emotional state than men. If she feels cherished and protected by you, her oxytocin levels rise and she becomes more receptive to any touch. But if there's tension, stress, or she feels unappreciated, even the best technique won't work. The brain simply blocks pleasure when trust is missing. That's why words and attitude matter so much. Studies show that over 80% of women said they felt pleasure from any touch when they felt valued by their partner. So the real secret isn't just knowing where to touch, it's making sure her heart feels full first. Let me give you some common mistakes that men make even with good intentions. First big mistake, sudden, rough touch. Some men think they should just go for it, but this creates alarm, not pleasure. I've had patients tell me, my husband suddenly grabbed me and I got such a shock. After that, I just felt uncomfortable around him. Don't be that guy. Second mistake, one-sided approach. If you just do what you want without watching her response, she'll feel used, not cherished. During any intimate moment, observe her expressions, her breathing, how her body moves, if she smiles shyly, sighs contentedly, or leans into you. These are green lights. But if she turns her face away, stiffens up, or her breathing becomes shallow, stop immediately. Third mistake, empty compliments. Saying you look nice while looking at your phone or saying I love you without eye contact, women can tell when you're not sincere. You must genuinely feel what you're saying. Let me share Mr. Cole's story. He's 67 and for years he thought just saying nice things was enough. Every night he'd say, "You're pretty, you're wonderful," but his wife could tell his heart wasn't in it. One day she asked him directly, "Do you really mean it?" That wake-up call changed everything. He started being more present, more genuine in his affection. Their relationship improved tremendously. If you make a mistake, don't be stubborn. Apologize sincerely and ask what she needs. That honesty builds trust faster than any technique. Now let me teach you some psychological techniques to make everything work better. First, create the right atmosphere. Maybe dim the lights a bit, play some soft music your wife likes, or light a nice smelling candle. These small things help her relax and lower her guard. Second, specific compliments work better than general ones. Instead of just, "You look nice," try, "That hairstyle really suits you," or "Being with you always makes me feel peaceful." These specific words fulfill her need to be seen and appreciated. Your tone of voice matters too. Slightly lower, calm tones make women feel safe instinctively. When you speak, smile, and look into her eyes. This conveys warmth beyond words. Don't be afraid of silence either. Sometimes just holding her hand quietly or gazing at her with affection communicates more than talking. Harvard research showed that simply spending quiet time with a trusted partner increases women's sense of emotional openness. Ask good questions too. What made you happy today? Or what are you excited about lately? Questions like these draw out her feelings and show you care about understanding her inner worlds. When she opens up and starts sharing happily, that's when you can gently touch her shoulder. If the flow is natural, the pleasure switches will activate more easily. I know some of you might be thinking, "But doctor, I'm not good with words lah." That's okay. Start with simple gratitude. Thank you, you've helped me so much, I appreciate you. Even these basic phrases said sincerely touch the heart. And remember, little gestures matter. Making her favorite kopi, helping with housework, remembering important dates. All of these show love. Let me address some common questions I get. How do I know if she's feeling pleasure? Watch her body language, a relaxed posture, genuine smiling, comfortable sighs. These show the switches are working. Pay attention and you'll learn to read her signals. What if she doesn't respond? Don't take it personally. Maybe she's stressed about something else. Give her space. Try again another day. The key is patience and persistence with love. Let me share one more success story. Mr. and Mrs. Chua, both 70 now, living in Ang Mo Kio. After watching their marriage become distant over the years, Mr. Chua started applying these techniques. He began with simple words of appreciation in her ear, then gentle touches on her neck while they watched their favorite Chinese drama together. Slowly, they rebuilt their connection. Mrs. Chua told me with tears in her eyes, "I feel like we're dating again." So here's what I want you to take away today. The 3 pleasure switches, ears, neck, and inner thighs, are not just physical points, they're gateways to deeper connection built on trust, safety, and genuine love. Start tonight. Say something kind near her ear. Tomorrow, maybe gently touch her neck. Take small steps. Watch her responses. Build that connection one moment at a time. Remember, this isn't about being perfect. It's about showing your wife or partner that you still care deeply, that you want to connect with her heart and body. Your gentleness and thoughtfulness will naturally transform into her pleasure. That's the real magic. Thank you all for watching. If you found this helpful, please share it with other men who might benefit. And remember, it's never too late to deepen your relationship. Whether you're 60, 70, or 80, love and connection have no expiration date. I'll see you in the next video where we'll talk more about communication techniques for couples. Take care and all the best in your journey to a closer, more fulfilling relationship.